The airplane's got the tow bar on it, of course. We keep the tow bars on them. It's just been cleaned. The mechanics just got done with about 2-3 days maintenance on it. They had it jacked up. We're doing maintenance under the main wheel wells. And then just a little while ago, I got done wiping the whole fuselage, the airplane, the wings, the engines, wipe them down, and bring the shine back out, and clean around the propellers and spinners. Give them last minute cleaning. It's going out tomorrow. King Air goes back to the early 80s, and these people take very good care of it. Of course, airplanes have to be taken good care of, but they do a super job. And I've heard that in recent times that people who have visited the hangar have asked them if it's a new King Air. Because King Air actually is around 20 years old and in excellent condition. And here you see the Grumman Gulfstream 4. It's not really a Grumman, it's a Gulfstream actually. Grumman's sold out. But old guys around the airport like me still call them Grummans. And that is our guard walking behind there. His name is Ray. He's a very nice person. Very conscientious guard. This airplane does a very good job for them. Does wonderful overseas flights, Hawaii, Europe. This airplane's been around. It also is in excellent condition. This flight department likes to refer themselves as the Gulfstream Flight Department. And the main hat I wear when it's kind of cool is a Gulfstream hat with the emblem on the front. They're very proud of their Gulfstream. It was just cleaned. Some prior maintenance, but my friend and I have been cleaning on this airplane for quite some time, and we actually have got the entire fuselage, engines and wings pretty well polished, and the gear ready to go out. We still have some more work to do to it. Work is never really done. There goes Ray. And here's another angle from the Gulfstream, or should I say from the hangar corner, showing the Gulfstream and the King Air. And my friend Ray going over on duties on the other side of the hangar. He got lost in the white floor, I think. I gave him a little pointer. No, not really. Kind of like walking around in snow. I hope this camera does justice to this floor. Anyhow, we'll get a few more pictures here of other things as time goes by. And you notice I haven't mentioned the Falcon. The Falcon is out today. It will begin tomorrow night. And I do hope to get pictures of the Falcon. My friend and I, Deans, have been told that we've got to stay late and turn that thing around for Sunday flight. So we're going to be doing that. Those slots you see right in front of the Gulfstream, right by the tow bar, there are 4 of those in this hangar. That is a drain. The water is recycled. If we wash the airplanes, any soapy water is recycled. And all that is kind of processed according to EPA standard and airport specifications. Everything has to be done that way around here. You can't wash an airplane without running oil and hydraulic fluid, all other types of leftover liquid debris down onto the floor and then into the drain. There are a couple of tugs. These are the tugs that we use. We actually only have 2. We have the one we use is the one nearest to you, the open air tug. It's a workhorse. We have a mate to it, but it has a cab on it, with windshield wipers and a heater. And in between is a small de-ice unit, which is used for getting the airplane ready in the hangar. But if it's really bad, we'll call Hawthorne, which has the mobile drive around large units which are used on airliners. But that unit in between the tugs works very well. We can de-ice them in the hangar, pull them out, and go. Put the people on in the hangar. Since this is a flight department, they have all the facilities at their disposal. They can do anything that makes it convenient for the customers. And that's what we do. Just load them up, de-ice, pull out, and crank up and go. Those are gas-powered tubs, by the way. You're not in a ice cream coal mine. You're actually standing under the wing of the Gulfstream. And I'll just kind of walk forward, and you can see the wing sliding just over my head. But I'm standing straight up now, and soon I won't be, because the wing has some dihedral, and it will be touching top of my head. There's the left main gear, and my job after I get done shooting pictures is to wash the underside of this wing, which I will do, and it'll even be much shinier. I'm not sure how shiny it'll be in this camera, but it's not shiny enough. And then you can see the nose wheel up there, a few feet away. This is the business end of the airplane. That is the reverser unit on the left engine. Those clamshells come out and they can redirect the blast. It's for braking back, landing on shorter runways than maybe they would like to land on, or perhaps slippery conditions. But this has a reverser type system which can take this big old airplane and just slow it down really big time. We wax those. What you see up there, the bottom part, I just waxed yesterday. Get the stains off, kind of give it some shine. And that great big black mammoth looking exit is where all the fire and blast comes out. That's the exhaust pipe. Kind of a big exhaust pipe for the family sedan, wouldn't you say? And here we are behind the Gulfstream. We're not right in line with the cannon, so should somebody start up, we wouldn't get myself and the camera blown out into the backyard, but nonetheless, this is what it looks like from behind when it's sitting at peace in the hangar. And you can see we've been shining on the back section of the belly, bring out a little bit of a shine. You never get done with these airplanes. They are always needing something done. If I'd have taken these pictures a few days ago, they would have had a lot of green in them from the trees. That green was cleaned off of the wings after several hours of work. This is a very hard job if you do it right, and the only way you work here is do it right. That light's getting right into our... There, we're shooting straight up there at the tail, which goes up a few feet, as you can see. And it's quite a ways to the ground. These are big little airplanes. So we go over there to that wingtip, and we'll just kind of zoom. We'll go right out to that winglet. Here we go. Now we'll cut across to the other winglet. We'll go over the wing here. Where's the fuselage? There it is. And we're underneath the back side of it, out on the other wing. Now we're going to go across the other winglet. We almost forgot where I was going. And there, nope, where is it? It's got to be out there somewhere. There it is. Nice little airplane. Look how high that winglet is. I can stand up, can't reach the top of it. This is the king of airplanes, the Gulfstream. The 5 is out now. It's the ultimate, but this is right behind it. This is a terrific airplane. This is a rocket. We're looking at the right main of the Gulfstream. This is what it looks like if you're running across the runway and just as he touches down, and this is probably what you would see. And this would add scare to the whole scenario. And we're going right down under there, and you see some of the brake parts. Uh-oh, showed a little dirt. Better get off of that. And you get close, real close. You can see the paint where it actually has taken some sandblasting, hitting on the runway. We won't mention that to the boss. I'm not sure that's even focusing properly. This is the nose gear, nose wheel, complete with tow bar. And you never forget the tow bar. It is just too big. You always take that off before he takes off. As Mr. Brown can tell you, they just do not have enough trim to compensate for tow bar left on the nose gear. And here we are looking back along the thing, and you think, wow, in the process of making something like this, it might be easy to forget to put the wing on. It's back there a few feet, isn't it? And the pilot sits right up in there, and he's looking back, and they have a little mirror. It's right in that window, and they can look in that mirror, and they can look back, and they can scan across the leading edge of the wing and determine just how everything's going. So here we are. The King Air itself. And this is a back view. Kind of a shiny little airplane. We just got done working on it. Doesn't mean it doesn't need more work. They always need more work, but we'll do that someday. And the closer we get, I'll just block up, might shake the camera a little bit, but you can get an idea of what we're doing here. See the lights dancing off of those wings. I think the camera will show that. Looks like a Gulf Stream in the background, doesn't it? See the lights dancing off of those wings, and this is a aluminum grip. It's the best way to say it. Would be an epoxy hard paint. It's very, very expensive. There are no cars out there unless they're very specially painted and very high price paid for the paint job. This paint is so strong that 409 cleaner doesn't do anything to take the dirt off. It doesn't bleach it, it doesn't make it run, it doesn't etch it or hurt it. I mean, the strongest 409 cleaner, household cleaner, you know, this is very good paint, but it still has to be treated with respect and waxed and taken care of. I guess simply because it's a human tradition to do that. And that's the doorway there. And that's where we go in. And now the door is down. And we'll go in there and I'll turn on the camera light and we'll see what we can see. Try to get some interior on this airplane. We are now inside the King Air. If it seems small, it is. It's a small, should we say, executive airplane set up for, well, we have 4 seats there if my arithmetic is right, and we have one here, right by the door. Now, I'll just turn this around and you'll see how close to the door we are once I focus here. So there are the steps, and we come right up here, and there's my shoe. There is the restroom area of this airplane, and I hope that all shows up because we're really in tight quarters here. And these doors come shut. I can pull that shut for restroom purposes. I couldn't get a hold of it right with one hand. If you have to go to the restroom, you're going to use 2 hands, you'll be frantic. But anyhow, there we go. One side comes out, the other side comes out to meet it, and then this all converts into a restroom. And we just take this belt loose here, and as you can see, yep, there it is. Old Faithful. That's set in woodwork, and that's waxed and cleaned, and back here, and I hope this thing is focusing. If it isn't, my apologies. But back here, we've got the coffee pot, which has been taken out of its holder. This is the baggage compartment. Now, we're talking about an airplane that you can actually sit in the middle or stand in the middle and put a hand on each side. And that's it. See, there we have some hangers, and I do hope that came into focus. Okay, I'm sitting in the, should I say, the right front seat, facing back. And there is the last passenger. You can see that seat in the very back and a telephone right above it. Right there is the little place where you would pull out those trays. The bottom drawer has cold drinks. And you have a little, like a tabletop or countertop. And then you have the paperwork. It tells you about the airplane, emergency procedures. These airplanes have about everything the airlines have, but it's so small that it's just all run together. But it's kind of comfortable, and it goes when they want to go. It's not a scheduled airplane, so it can go into fields where an airliner couldn't even dream of going in. And these are the tables, the fold-out tables. And we'll just try to fold one of those out and see if I can get it to come out. They're very hard to do with one hand. I'll just try to reach in here, and we'll pull it up. There it goes. Okay, we go like this, and we go like this, and I hope this is all in focus. And there are the cup holders, and that table serves that seat and the one beside me. And the one beside me is just, there's my hand. See, there he is. So you have to be in with friends. You can imagine the food fight in this airplane. Everybody'd get hit. You wouldn't have to be good. You'd always score. But this is a nice airplane. This is the King Air 200, and it's really a very wonderful piece of equipment. It's turboprop powered, and it's all-weather airplane, and it can just get right up there and take you along in great comfort. We're now in the cockpit of this King Air. How about that, Mr. Brown? You want me to open the doors? You want to take it around the field, sir? Just once around the field probably put you and I in about all the airplane ride we'd want for a while, don't you think? This is a mixture of old and new. We have solid state screens, as you can see. Then we have a whole row of instruments which may be very familiar to you gentlemen of the yesteryear, and to me, although I didn't fly an airplane, I think they look better with those kind of instruments. But then what do I know? But they do have state-of-the-art systems in these airplanes. And this one has all it needs and then some. And that console probably looks quite familiar to you. And the telephone, flashlight, sunscreen, and I hope I'm not getting too much glare from the outside. And then you have some overhead controls. This airplane doesn't have anyways near the overhead control systems that the jets have, but I guess all airplanes have something up there. We wouldn't want it to be left out. Co-pilot. These seats are a type of lamb's wool or simulated for comfort in the long haul. These fold up and down, of course. Armrest over there. I hope I'm not moving here too fast. There are the headphones hanging up. I just cleaned those. We clean those. This flight department doesn't like everybody using the same, should I say, hair tonic. You have to get your own. You can't get it off the headset. Oh, well. I'm going to say something there. Paul might want to watch this. Anyhow, we'll just do a round town here on this. And this is the cockpit of the King Air 200. Headset for the pilot. And this, right in front of my camera, and I got to back up to focus, are the oxygen masks in case of emergency. Oxygen need. They have one for the pilot and, of course, for the co-pilot. And there are the control pedals, rudder and what have you, brakes, co-pilot. And you can see, I'll just back up so you can see the distance. There are the front seats. See, we're coming out of the cockpit. And those are the front seats, passenger seats. Now there's a sliding panel also, just like for the restroom, that they can have privacy in case they're having a top level meeting of some sort, but I don't think they ever really use those sliding panels. They seem to stay pretty clean. And we're backing out, see. And now you can see the other seats. You can see those. And I'm going around the corner. I'm going down the steps backwards. But you can see this airplane is no big airplane. And to get lost and not get out is inexcusable. I'm going down the steps carefully lest the picture just drop out of sight here. See, there's the lab. And pretty soon you'll see the... Now we have runners on the carpet to protect them. And I'm on the hangar floor. And you can just see that from cockpit to hangar floor is not a big airplane. And there, we've done it. We've toured the King Air, and I hope something came out of interest that perhaps you'd be able to enjoy looking at this. Okay, here we are looking at the Gulfstream. The steps are down, the red carpet is out as always, VIP treatment, but also helps keep the airplane clean. So I'm just going to walk, I might shake a little, but we're going to approach the steps and we're going to go up into the airplane just kind of slowly. We have the runners out. The runners are out for you good folks because for all VIP personnel, we take the runners out. Now, I'm going to make a left turn and we'll just kind of slowly get into the cockpit and try to have a look around here. And as you can see, and hopefully that will show up because the lighting is so bright outside, but anyhow, there are a lot of state-of-the-art high-tech systems in this, which do away with the old dial round. You see a few of those around, but mostly, if you look closely, you will see screens. That's what we call screens, or what I call screens, because I have to clean them. The console, and you may see a brush there sticking up, and that brush is to take the dust off of the screens in flight. The crew uses that. The seats, type of sheepskin. We'll just go cup holder over there. Everybody will recognize the half wheel. One on each side, of course. Rudder pedals. I have the light on in the camera, and I'm trying to get as much as I can. It's sort of dark in the cockpit, but anyhow, you can get an idea of the complex situation these pilots have here that fly these, to never have to look out once they take off and go anywhere this airplane can carry them, even to the west coast. Not have to look out until they're ready to touch down. You can back up and hopefully you can see the windscreen layout and the control panel section up above their heads, lighted up, some of it. Good idea. All the avionics in this airplane is solid state. It comes up on the screens in computerized systems, and I wish that we had an avionics man here to light these screens up because they're really beautiful, all different colors and different patterns of of systems. Each system has its own pattern. And when all these screens are lighted up, this is one beautiful piece of equipment. And hopefully this little run here will give you an idea of what it's like to be in the cockpit of Gulfstream. And I do hope that we can get some of that glare out of the way. That's a sunscreen right up there. It's one of the few screens in this airplane that is in solid state digital and computerized. It's one of those that I understand. Paul probably would agree with that. Now I'm going to back up a little so that we can get a little bit better view of the cockpit from in the hallway here. And that way, if you were standing as one of the passengers in this airplane, you would see, of course, co-pilot on the right, captain on the left, the armrest and the chairs down, and quite a similar scene that you would see in a large Air Force plane or a passenger plane for the airlines. We'll just back up here a little bit more in this hallway. And here we are. First restroom. I turned around so that you can see the lights in the mirror and how the restroom is laid out with the contour of the airplane. And the sink. And the lavatory, of course. Stainless steel and shiny. We shine those. Must be shiny. And there's the carpet on the floor and the brown trim. And we'll straighten this camera up and shoot right down the aisle. Now you can see we're in a fair-sized executive airplane. We have 4 seats up here and 6 in the back. This is a 10-passenger airplane with comfort. And my film is kind of going to run out here in a minute, so we'll just walk on down this way here. And we're in the galley. And the sink, which has a cover on it. And that just comes right up here. And you can see right down in the sink. And then we have a microwave. And, oh, fuel additives, yeah, high octane. I'll have to get some more film so you good folks can see more of these airplanes, but here are the seats in the back, going back to a lav that's in the back section. This is a pretty good idea of what it's like to be in a Gulf